Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today you join me at Hampton Court for some of the great cars they have on display. Let's go around and take a look. So we're in the supercars section of the show. This year they're celebrating cars of the 90s. The first car we're looking at is a Ferrari Testarossa. Although it's an 80s car, they did continue to build this car right through to the mid-90s until the 550 Maranello came up. This specific car belongs to John Metcalfe of Harry's Garage, and he actually drove this car to the Sahara Desert. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It's really special. You don't really see somebody doing that, so go and check it out. Second car here is the Diablo, the replacement for the Countach, and it looks really good in black. This is the original Diablo, and as you can see, it's quite simple compared to what came later on, like with the SV and the GT. Next to the Diablo, we've got the Bugatti EB110, the Super Sport Edition. This car is kind of overlooked, but I think now it's starting to get recognition from the car world. It's kind of overlooked because of the McLaren F1, and also Bugatti did go bankrupt during the production of this car. This specific Super Sport is an ex-Sultan of Brunei car. He was actually the first person to take delivery of this Super Sport. One of the most famous owners of this car was Michael Schumacher. He bought one in yellow. Bugatti at this point in their history was owned and built in Italy rather than its traditional base in France. And you can see some of the Italian flair within the design. For example, the doors open upwards like you see with the Lamborghini Diablo. The original designer of the EB110 was Marcello Gandini, who also designed the Diablo and the Countach. But later on, the design was finished off by someone else. I think there were differences between the way Gandini wanted to do things and Bugatti. They did, however, manage to incorporate the horseshoe grille, which is a feature you find on all Bugattis. Next to the EB110, you got an extremely rare car. This is the XJR15 by Jaguar. They only made 53 of these, and what's special about this car is that it's the first car to be made entirely from carbon fiber. The final car in this supercars lineup is the Pagani Zonda, one of the original cars, the C12S. Unbelievably, this car is now 20 years old and it still looks great today. One of the things that distinguishes a early Zonda from the later cars is where the wing mirrors are. There's no wing mirrors on here. It's actually mounted on the A-pillar. The later cars had the mirrors mounted on the wing itself. Also, these cars, the C12, has a split rear wing. This year at Concours, they're celebrating the relationship between Aston Martin and Zagato, and they've got every single model the two companies have made together. Zagato, if you don't know, is an Italian coach building company. They originally started off making aeroplane body parts, but then moved on to cars. One of the key signature features of a Zagato design car is the double bubble roof, and you can see that on this DB7 Zagato. Here's something special and interesting. It's a shooting brake Virage Zagato. It looks really cool. I think it looks really cool anyway. I don't know what you guys think. And it's huge. We've come to a latest collection of Aston Martin Zagatos, starting at the end over there with the shooting brake, which they made 99 of, the Speedster, which I believe they made 36, the Volante, which is the convertible, 99 of, and the Coupe, again 99 of. My personal favourite is that Speedster over there and the shooting brake. Here we have a selection of Ferrari 166s, probably Ferrari's most important sports car, at least in its early period, and its car number 22 is probably the most important. They won the Le Mans 24-hour race, the Targa Florio, and the Mille Miglia all in 1 year. Take a look at where the fuel tank is on the 166 Barchetta, on the passenger side seat well. I have no idea how you'd be comfortable in that. This two-tone 166 belonged to a very special owner, Gianni Agnelli, who owned Fiat as well as Ferrari later on. Here we have a 1987 RUF CTR Yellowbird. At the time it was the world's fastest production car, topping out well over 200 miles an hour. Here we have the Ferrari GTO, the first of the Ferrari hypercars, and the only one actually designed to go racing. They made 272 GTOs, out of which less than 200 survive, making it the rarest of the 5 hypercars that Ferrari have made. Check this out. You got a 300 SL Gullwing, the original, and then you got a SLS Black Series, the follow-up. They only made 350 SLS Black Series, I believe, so it's extremely rare. And to see one parked next to the original Gullwing, it's even rarer. So earlier on in the vlog we saw the original 1987 RUF CTR Yellowbird. This is the anniversary edition, launched to celebrate that car. Here we've got a McLaren P1 GTR in a classic Marlboro livery of the 1980s McLaren F1 cars. I just want to show you something. Take a look at that exhaust. It's huge, completely uncovered of course, and look at that colour. I forgot to do an outro for this vlog, so if you got to this point of the video, I'd like to say thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.